Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We are gonna do a new challenge. From today, I'm gonna start a 5-day challenge and I'm gonna eat and train like I did when I was on prep. So I'm gonna follow my own prep diet. I should preface this by saying, you are not me, I am not you, don't eat like me. I ate this way under the guidance of a coach and my goal was to win an IFBB Pro card, which is extreme. Prep is unhealthy, the process of getting very low in body fat, but the foods I eat are not unhealthy. It's very much a lot of whole food, a lot of lean protein, a lot of healthy fats. Eating high fat, healthy fats is not bad for your cholesterol. And that's basically it. So the first meal is gonna be 5 eggs, with 15 grams of grass-fed butter. And no, don't worry about cholesterol. But before we tuck into the eggs, let's set out some ground rules. So, 1, I have to do high-intensity cardio every day for half an hour. And I'll make a separate video on the details of the high-intensity cardio. I'll do that in either neoprene leggings or in a sweatsuit. 2, I have to get in at least 10,000 steps a day. 3, I need to do a second cardio session at the end of every day, which will be dancing. So there will be another video to look forward to. 4, I will train the way that I will train in prep, which is quite different from how I normally train. 5, I have to measure out everything that I consume. I'm gonna basically eat the same things every single day, except for tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm gonna eat and train like Cydney Gillon, Miss Figure, but it's still going to be very low carb and high protein. I'm extremely hungry. Let's have some breakfast and go from there. It's called prep for a reason, because you have to prepare all of your food. You don't really, but obviously preparing for a bodybuilding show, that's why it's called prep. But you do have to prepare a lot of food, because the reality is people are busy, people are working, and you don't have the time to cook a lot of meals. And also when you're very tired, when you've been dieting for a long time, the last thing you want to do is be in the kitchen all of the time, every few hours. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to dedicate some time to meal prep. First of all, I'm going to make some chicken mince burgers. I'm going to pan fry some vegetables as well whilst I'm at it. So here we have just over half an hour of food prep. We have enough burgers for maybe 3 days, I'm gonna say. Some vegetables, some turkey breast, and some more vegetables. Alright, so here is meal 3, or meal 2 actually, which is asparagus, which are pan fried in just low calorie spray. 200 grams of chicken mince, which has obviously got like a bit of egg in there, so it's like half an egg. No, quarter of an egg maybe, because there's about 8 patties. 30 grams of mayonnaise and that's it. So let's try this out. It looks really nice. It's really nice. If you're in the UK, go to Sainsbury's or Waitrose, like most food shops probably will do it, but get the Heck Italian chicken mince. It's pre-seasoned. Very, very nice. So normally in my prep, I would also eat quite a lot of salmon and fish. I do that more towards the end. However, I had a few times over recent times where I ate fish that has gone slightly off, and like, you know, when the thought of something is just dip, basically I'm there with salmon right now, and fish in general. Like, I like a fresh fish if it's nicely prepared, but to just chow down through fish, I'll do it in prep. Right now I just can't stomach it, unless we're gonna make some lean mince burgers. So I use 5% mince, 5% fat mince. I'm gonna stick in there onion, egg to bind, onion for taste, 2 stock cubes, salt, plenty of pepper, touch of garlic, smoked paprika, mixed herbs. That's it, guys. Simple as that. For meal 3, I've got 200 grams of lean mince, 30 grams of mayonnaise, and some ketchup, as well as spring greens. Not ketchup, mustard. You don't need to worry about the calories in mustard. They're pretty much negligent. Obviously, if you have a lot of it, maybe with every single meal, then yes. But 15 grams of mustard, it's probably not even a calorie. So. In prep, I do cardio twice a day, fairly high intensity cardio, but we're not doing end prep quite yet, so we're gonna do some normal intensity cardio. We're gonna do some dancing. Alright, so I end up doing 25, almost 25 minutes because I'm burning a lot of calories, guys. So half an hour is probably a bit too much, and also my recorder doesn't go for a full half hour either. So 20 minutes a day is what I'll do at the home. It is time to eat again. My second to last meal is going to be chicken with avocado and olive oil. Last meal of the day with a big cup of tea, 200 grams of cottage cheese, a scoop of protein, a scoop of whey protein, 50 grams of coconut almond hazelnut milk, and yeah, that's it. So I'm not very hungry, but I do need to eat. Part of growing, if you want to maintain as much muscle as possible whilst dieting, or even build muscle, you're gonna have to eat a lot. You're gonna have to eat healthy. However, I did pee a lot today, so I do feel like I potentially lost a bit of weight, but we'll see tomorrow.
The next day.
Hey guys, so here we have a little bit of a voiceover. The reason why is because I actually filmed a day of eating and training like Cydney gillon already. So what I will do is I will link that video down below so you can see exactly what I did, because this day is just gonna be a quick time lapse, just some highlights of the training, some of the foods that I've eaten, and yeah, we'll just go right into day 3, more of the same. I've been up since 4. It is now 20 past 6. I have trained chest already. I dropped Evo off. And now I've got to do the hit, which I'm really not looking forward to. But prep, no excuses. Gotta do the shit you don't want to do. Alright, so here's the second to last meal of the day. 5 ounces of lean protein with vegetables, and that's it. I have to say this is pretty depressing. No fats, no carbs. It's a bit boring, isn't it? So for my last meal, I am going to have just some casein.
The next day.
We now have half an hour of high intensity after a leg day, which is everything but fun, but these are the things we do when we have goals to reach. Whilst prep is all about pushing yourself, not giving up, it is also very important to listen to your body and take a step back when it's needed. So I do aim to get at least 10,000 steps a day, and normally I do go for a walk, so I make 10,000 steps within my walk. However, the weather is very poor outside. It is absolutely pissing down. I trained and ate like Cydney Gillon yesterday. Cydney Gillon. And she eats a very low calorie. Now I did eat a bit more because I can't eat just 1,000 calories. It's far too little for me. So I ate around 1,500. I just consumed a little bit of extra peanut butter and some fats here and there. I'm in actual pain in terms of DOMS. After training legs today, still recovering from the weekend, as well as starting the high intensity cardio, I feel sick because I've pushed my body that far. So instead of doing an additional walk, I'll still do my cardio later. I will still get 10,000 steps in the whole day. If not, I'll just walk in place until I get 10,000 steps. But instead of going for a walk because it's wet outside, because I feel sick and poorly, and frankly I kind of just want to have a stretch and have a shower, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So stretching and remaining flexible is a very important part of recovery. When you train a lot, especially when you do a lot of posing, it puts a lot of pressure on the lower back. You just get very stiff. So it's very important to keep the mobility up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do 20 minutes of stretching, and I'm going to have a shower and have my breakfast after that because I'm absolutely starving. So train hard, but also make sure you train smart. We have almost 200 grams of mince, a little bit of turkey because I was running low on mince and I need to save some for Evo tomorrow. I'm really hanging today. I think it's been a lot of rather intense training. I'm not used to it. Not like this anyway. Finding it hard to concentrate and focus. And I'm very hungry too. So let's get eating. I needed that. I forgot how hungry I am when I prep. I'm definitely gonna have to make some more turkey burgers or chicken burgers because Eva really likes them. I really like them too, they're delicious. And yeah, because I need to have food for the rest of the week because we're running low already, guys. Time to eat again. I have a chicken burger with some asparagus. I don't have massive portions, but that's only because if I have too many bigger portions of vegetables, I get really bloated. So I kind of just have like a cup, you know, at most. I definitely have an appreciation for my former self who would travel to work, driving into London, out of London during rush hour. People who understand traffic in the M25 as well as the M4 around rush hour. I did that every day. I got up at like 3-4 o'clock, traveled into work so I could train early, work a full 8-hour day, come back again. In the lunchtime, I would do my second cardio. I'd come home late, sort out all my meals, cook anything, and basically go to bed. I'd be lucky to have like an hour a day to do nothing. And still, I did all of my cardio. Always, all of the time. Now, why am I telling you this? Because I'm massively procrastinating about doing the second cardio. But I'm going to do it because it's only 20 minutes. It's truly insane, the determination and tunnel vision that I've had whilst working full time, which has been every time I've prepped. Maybe it's old age, maybe I'm just getting a bit older, possible too. It's amazing when you truly set your mind to doing something, how easy it is to do the things. It's not easy, it's hard, but it just shows how powerful the mind is, because the body will always stop before the mind does. On that note, let's get some dancing in. is, when you do a competition, you just have such tunnel vision that you have a goal, you have an objective, you are so laser focused that the thought of eating off plan is not even it's literally not even a thought, because the goal is to win. If you, in my opinion, if you compete for fun, you're not doing it for the right reasons. You should, any competition you should do to win. Maybe that's my mindset, but that's why I have a winning mindset. And that's why often I place really well in my shows. I've won quite a lot of shows. It's because I want to win, and I win. I do anything to win. Like, I like being the best. I am very competitive. I like that. At least I know that if I don't win, I can look back at it and I can say, like, well, at least I definitely did try my best. Did I skip cardio here and there? Did I cheat on my diet here and there? If I didn't do any of those things, I know I couldn't have done anything better. And I think it's important that, unless you are going to have that kind of approach to prep, don't bother. Like, generally don't bother. If you want to lose weight for yourself, do it for yourself. Maybe arrange a photo shoot if you want to have fond memories of it. But bodybuilding, there's a level of condition, there's a level of presentation that is required. And even if you lose a lot of weight, which is really awesome, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're good on stage. And also remember that how you look in your gym is not how you look on stage. So I remember very vividly that people were always telling me that I looked really good and I look stage ready, and I'd be miles off. Stage ready and looking good in your gym are two different things altogether as well. If you want to compete, so for example, my friend Diana, she did a show like a transformation category. And there you can talk about your transformation and your hardships and what you've gone through. And they take that into consideration, as well as you get to be on stage and present yourself. I think that's really great. Or I recommend definitely for people if they want to have a goal. Because the reason it's good to do is, like, I like doing shows because it gives me something to work towards. It keeps me motivated. It challenges me. But if that's not something you want to do, because you know you're not going to be able to bring that package that they're looking for, just book yourself in for a photo shoot with a fitness photographer. They're like a couple of £100, but you're going to have the best pictures ever taken of you, and it's going to be memories forever. And you're going to do a photo shoot, so you want to look good, as good as possible for that too. So I'd recommend that. I was stupid. I never did photo shoots. I should have done. Last meal, 200 grams of cottage cheese, fat-free, 50 grams of peanut butter, and a scoop of protein powder. I love this meal. It's like my favorite meal of the day. And I also have a giant cup of apple tea. That'll be it for today, guys. Woohoo! 2 more days.
The next day.
Also, I needed that. My mana is instantly replenished. I feel so much better. I've been so hungry today. This is where I can tell that my metabolism is kicking up. I mean, like, even just sitting down, I can tell that, like, my stomach is really leaving out, which it does anyway. I don't hold a lot of fat on my stomach, which is an important point to remember, that you can't spot reduce fat. The fat will go where the fat will go, unfortunately. In terms of bodybuilding, it is not something I would recommend people to do, because it's a lot of hard work, it's a lot of consistency, it's extremely tiring, it's mentally and physically very draining. Emotionally, it's hard because you have to You don't have to become a recluse, but the reality is, do you want to go to parties and go to the pub and hang out with people, having barbecues and doing fun things when there's lots of food and drink involved and you can't eat or drink that? Sometimes you have to because it's like special occasions, but I'd rather not. It's also very expensive because if you have to find a good coach. You may have to pay for posing lessons, which I highly recommend people do. Do not underestimate posing. I'm okay-ish, but I'm far from good at posing. Your bikini is expensive, the food you're gonna eat, the quantities, gym memberships, tan, makeup, everything, shoes. There's a lot comes with it. So it's very expensive and you rarely win money. Some shows, some federations, sometimes the overall wins some money, but most times you don't. So busy day, it's gone 4 o'clock, 1/4 So here we have 150 grams of salmon, 50 grams of avocado and some asparagus. Last meal of the day. Cottage cheese, whey protein, peanut butter. That's it. Another day done. One more day.
The next day.
Alright, so that's the last of the sweatsuit cardio done. It does work, despite being very gross, but I do need a shower now. Meal 2. Big salad with mayonnaise, some mustard and burgers, 200 grams. I figured, let's talk posing. Posing is crucial in bodybuilding and it's often overlooked by many competitors. Bodybuilding is a beauty pageant of sorts. You get judged on how you look. They don't care if you're nice. They don't care how good you can squat, how fast you can run. It doesn't matter. What matters is your presentation on stage. Your tan, your hair, your makeup, even the color of your bikini needs to suit you. They will mark you down on all of this. But most importantly, you need to be able to pose on stage. And posing, it looks effortless for the pros. I can assure you, it is a workout in its own, because what you're having to do is you're gonna have to stand there, flex all of your muscles at the same time. This is incredibly hard. Whenever I'm posing, my heart rate goes up to about 130. I burn an awful lot of calories doing it, and it's something when I'm in prep, I do it anyway because I like posing, I think it's fun. But when I'm in prep, pretty much every day I'll do some posing. So I'm definitely feeling the effects of the training. I just feel really wiped out, very hungry, very low energy. I mean, I've burned 2,500 calories already today, and it's only like 1:30. But I have a couple of calls soon, so I'm gonna quickly eat something. To be honest, I can't even be bothered to make it a proper meal, so I'm literally just gonna eat a patty as it is, I think. Hold on, let me just weigh that. I think I'm not gonna bother doing the dancing later either. I might give that a miss for a day. And this is also something you have to bear in mind, guys. In prep, it's very much push yourself, but know when to stop, know when to rest, know when to take a step back, because the last thing you want to do is train and potentially injure yourself. And I know the difference between being like, oh, I'm being a bit lazy and I'm being a bit tired, and I feel wiped out. Right now, I feel wiped out. Yeah, I'm just gonna chill out for the rest of the day. So a rest day from the dancing, it's alright. I've done more than enough steps, burned more than enough calories. We have meal 4, just to time it over until it's time to eat the last meal. Whilst my stats from my FitnessPal as well as from my Fitbit are rolling on screen, I thought I'd summarize and end the video with a little voiceover. So, as you can see, I did lose quite a lot of weight in a fairly short period of time. This is not sustainable long term. Most likely this happened because of the fact that I went keto, so I dropped a lot of water, and obviously my energy expenditure was significantly increased. Another thing that I did is I followed up with 2 additional weigh-ins. So I weighed in on Saturday as well as on Sunday, and I took a rest day on Saturday. This is because of the fact that I knew that I was going to drop more water on Saturday. I was getting rid of muscle pain in the body, I was resting, I was sleeping, therefore regulating my cortisol levels. And this is also a very important part in weight loss, is that if you don't sleep right, if you over exercise, if you don't learn how to take a step back sometimes, it can actually become counterproductive to the number on the scale. The number on the scale should not be your only tool of measurement. You should also go by how you're looking, how you're feeling, your general progress. Use measurements of the waist circumference, on the hip circumference, on the thigh circumference, etc. So, would I recommend this diet? All in all, the diet itself is not unhealthy. The unhealthy part is that getting very low in body fat. The food itself is not bad, it's just the low body fat that becomes a problem. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure that if you want to be notified every time I upload, that you do take the necessary steps, and thank you very much for watching.